Hi, I'm Cheryl. I decided that I would video looking at my art book because since I started using it I have evolved so much, and I thought you may like to see what I started off doing. It's been quite a journey for me this year, and I've just done so many drawings because I do drawings here for this, I do drawings for hit record, and I do drawings for animation for a film club that I run. So it's been a huge year for drawing for me, and this little book and another couple have been a really good example of how I have evolved this year, and I thought I would share it with you, so I hope you enjoy it. When I first started drawing, I used to try all sorts of things. I looked at other people's work. This page is just a little bit from everywhere, things and shapes that I liked. I tried this little balloon idea, but I didn't really feel happy with that. I love medieval art, and I like this style of artwork. I did the frames and decided to do the little drawings inside, and I'm quite pleased with that. This is another frame theme using the doodles. This one, and I can't remember who did it, but somebody else had drawn this, and I really like the idea of it looking 3D. You may recognise this one. This one's the first doodle art I did, and that's a sample page on the left to hand out, but I'll just give out the whole thing now. This was a style that I'd like to try, and I do try everybody's different styles. This was a drawing that I did from a medieval idea. These are some drawings I started with my new Prisma markers, and I decided to stick them in, not wasting the paper. This is another one of my styles of medieval type drawing. I think it's almost like a wood grain carving that they did for the shadows. I quite enjoyed it. It's not great, but I had a go at it. Now getting back to the doodles, this one I think was the second one I did, and of course a lot of people remember the little doodle bird, which I'm actually doing some more of at the moment for an animation. And this little bird was quite a fun one to do as well. And the little quail, in Photoshop I've dropped lots of colours into the sections. I decided to try and do another animal, but using the doodle inside the shades and that. And so I love tigers, I love the big cats, and I actually did the close-up one from another photograph, and I think it worked out okay. This is another one that I was doing with the quail and the little pheasants and a flower. I did actually put them all together as a picture at one stage. This was an idea for a children's book. I saw somebody doing these little shapes with spider webs, and I thought I would try that. And it's great to keep them. I love this one. I saw somebody do this one with the peas in the pod and the vines, and I loved that. All over the place one. It's just a real sampler, I think. Just doing random shapes and filling them in with whatever I could find. They end up looking so good when you're finished with them. I quite like them. This one was for a friend who's into skeletons. I had a go at this one. This one was trying grey and that. Took me ages. It's very King Arthur period with the fruit trees in the background. I really enjoyed that. This is a little bit like the printed works. The little angel was a drawing of one of my mum's little statues. I decided to try and do the dragon in doodle, and I wasn't quite sure how to do it, so the scales became the doodle parts of it. It worked. This is the stage where I decided to start doing samplers. Well, I actually started doing samplers very roughly, but I decided to put them all in one book or close together so that I could quickly look at them and choose what I liked. as I was drawing. So when I'm doing another drawing, I'll just flick through this and I pick a shape or a design that I think will fit the mood of the doodle that I'm drawing. Or this one, I decided to be very organic, very floral. These two, I decided to just randomly draw shapes and fill it in. I had never worked outside the square shape. And the other one I did with some watercolour pencil and then drew over the top of them, trying to introduce some colour. The squid or octopus was a bit random. Prisma markers again with the letter C for my name and all the plumbing. Was just testing out an idea. I do that, I just tried drawings. It was something I saw similar in a book and I thought it was a great idea to just keep doing the plumbing. As you can see, the Prisma markers do go through. This was another one that just was Prisma markers. I decided to try some round ones and they look like Christmas decorations, which would be nice on Christmas cards. When I used to wait at the doctor's with my dad, I used to take this book with me, and this was great because I could start it and then just pick it up and keep going whenever I wanted to. Did the little drawings and then just started adding the vines. And when I got home, I added a little bit of colour to it. It's almost like a little story about a castle and a knight's shield and a dragon symbol. I like dragons and I love medieval art, so you'll see these things creeping in all the time. I also like The Hobbit. I did this one with a Prisma marker and I was going to start doing another one for a while, but I stopped doing it, it wasn't working. The apple was all pencil and I first started blending with pencils. Hadn't done it before, absolutely love it. You'll see quite a few apples. Apples are great. This was a blend of doodle and pencil blending, which I think turned out quite well. I had seen some lovely long-faced women on Pinterest art and thought I'd have a go at it. And I think it worked out really well. It ended up being a little bit like a card. This was an attempt at Harrison Ford with pencils and markers, and I have the tutorial up on that one. I quite enjoyed that. That was the one that I decided to have a go at turning it upside down to see how I went. That's as far as I've got in that book, but I do have other books. It is really great having these journals or diaries of art because you can go back over it and use it as a resource all the time. It's just fantastic and I really treasure mine. Now that it's not so precious, I've started to paste things in. This is another little book. I started drawing number 1 and little characters for ideas in Hit Record. If you don't know about Hit Record, I'll leave a link. There's another apple. These are done in pencil and I love doing apples. Love drawing apples, fruit. Somebody asked me to have a go at Captain Jack Sparrow, so I decided I would just do a close-up because this is when I had sprained wrists. This is a painting from, I think it was a Florentine painting of a monk. And as I said, I love medieval art, so I also love the lettering. So I decided to have a go at designing some of my own letters for the alphabet. I stop and start whenever I get in the mood to go back. It's a lot of fun. And I just try different colours. So I hope you enjoy it. If there are any parts of it that I haven't done a tutorial on and that you would like, let me know and I'll do a tutorial on them. I'm always working on stuff, as I said. I'm drawing for animations at the moment for my film club that I work with, and we're producing a piece of music with animations. Don't forget to thumbs up, leave some comments, tell me what you think, ask any questions, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.